Kid, and I like to think really big. Would you like to think with me about all the possibilities? We're all Think Big Kids. You could be a doctor or a teacher, or maybe a celebrity. There's no limit to what we can be. We're all Think Big Kids. We're all Think Big Kids. And we like to think big! Hi, I'm the Think Big Kid, and today we are going to talk about a new career. Tim is the owner of the A to Z Lawn Maintenance. He started his company 17 years ago and is considered a lawn care contractor. Join me as I interviewed him about his career as both a lawn care contractor and an entrepreneur. Let me get ready for my interview. I'm ready. Let's go learn about lawn care. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Think Big Kids. I am your host Grace, and today we are talking to Mr. Tim, who owns A to Z Lawn Maintenance. So how are you today, Mr. Tim?
I'm doing well, Miss Grace. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Well, would you like to start answering some of our questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's go ahead and get started then. Let's move on to our first question. Where's your career and what exactly do you do?
I'm a landscape contractor. So basically, what I do is, just to make it plain, is we mow grass and we take care of plants and we make properties look pretty.
Let's recap. Tim is a lawn care contractor and an entrepreneur. His main task is to make lawns look pretty. What is your favorite part about your job?
I get to meet a lot of people. I get to work outside. You know, there's some perks to being your own boss, and there's some not so good perks of being your own boss. But overall, it's the freedom that comes with owning your own business and doing what you like.
Sounds very interesting. Tim's favorite things about his career is the freedom of owning his own business and doing what he likes. He also enjoys getting to work outside, enjoying the fresh air and sunshine, and he gets to meet lots of people. What skills or education would someone need to do your job?
You're going to have to deal with math in this industry. So you better be up on division and multiplication and just trying to figure things out. You need to be mechanically inclined, and when I say mechanically inclined, you need to be able to work on stuff and think about stuff, and then you need to learn how to be a people person, should I say, because you got to talk to a lot of people.
So I'm guessing you're a social butterfly.
I try to be.
It's time for our Think Big Kid Checklist. To prepare for a career like Tim's, we need to start working on your math skills, especially division and multiplication. We need to find opportunities to start learning how to fix things. Anyone have something broken I can fix? And we need to practice becoming a people person or a social butterfly like Tim. If you wanted to do a career like this, let's say for the White House, what kind of education would you need?
You'd probably need a master's in horticulture and probably a minor in business.
Wow, that's a lot of college.
Yep.
Bonus information. If you want to take care of a famous lawn like the White House, you will need an advanced degree in horticulture with a special focus in business. Random fact, there are only 13 regular grounds and garden crew who keep the White House lawns and garden looking beautiful. What kind of tools do you use for your job?
If you just want basic tools for the job, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows what a lawnmower is. I mean, it can go from anywhere from a push mower to a bigger mower, and you got to have a blower. You know, and most people know what a blower is. It blows debris off, makes a lot of air, and then a string trimmer, which is basically for trimming grass and edging and things like that. But that's your basic equipment.
The tools you'll need for this kind of job include lawn mowers, both big and small, a leaf blower, and a string trimmer.
And with new technologies coming on now, a lot of things are going to batteries. So everybody's trying to be green. which, I am the green industry. That's what we do. But so battery technology is coming along.
Lots of tools to work with out there. Tim says this type of business is part of the green industry. What's the green industry? Let's look that up. The green industry is focused on reducing your carbon footprint, which means don't pollute. They also use renewable energy to create electricity and other useful things. And they encourage everyone to reduce, reuse, and recycle, and when possible, upcycle junk into something useful. Lawn care companies can help the environment by using electric equipment instead of gas-powered equipment. They can also use organic fertilizers for growing grass and flowers, and companies can provide compost management, services for your yard waste, which includes things like leaves, yard clippings, and so forth. Skills or education would someone need to do your job?
Well, one, it's a business, so you need to learn how to run a business, or get some knowledge in running a business. And two, you handle a lot of money, so you got to learn how to handle money, and you got to be a good steward of your time. And what I mean by that is don't waste time, because time is money in this industry. So if you're in school now, you got to do your work. You got to do your homework in a timely fashion. You do chores at home. You get your money. You don't blow it. You save it, and then you just take care of your business. So that's what you can do as a kid, up to the point where if you want to get in this career, you'll have those things pretty much mastered by the time you get to this.
Well, that's very nice to hear, so I bet the kids at home can already start doing that right now.
Exactly.
Let's start thinking about tomorrow today. Tim recommends practicing running a business. Anyone having a yard sale? I can help. Practice managing your money. If you earn money or get money as a gift, don't just blow it. Think big before you spend. Don't waste time. Manage your task. Do homework and chores before you start playing video games. Let's move on to our bonus question, because I know these ThinkBIG kids would love to see your answer. Is there anything unique about your job that you already haven't shared with us?
Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that's unique about this is I learn a lot about plants. And there's a lot of science involved in this industry. A lot of people think it's just about going and buying a piece of equipment and cutting grass and all that, but there's a lot of science, because you got to understand when you can plant flowers, you got to understand when you can plant trees, you got to understand when you got to plant grass, and a lot of that has to do with science and with seasons, because we got spring, summer, winter, and fall. So there's some things that just don't grow in the fall, and there's some things that just don't grow in the spring. So you got to. There's a little bit of science behind it.
Some unique things about this career is that you learn a lot about plants. There is a lot of science involved in this job. You have to know when you can plant trees, flowers, and grass according to the seasons. Well, that is all we have for today. And remember, I am your host for ThinkBIG Kids, Grace. And I just want to thank Mr. Tim for coming out and answering some of my questions. And I bet he probably answered some of your ThinkBIG Kid questions, as you were probably wondering. So I want to thank you, and that's all we have for today. And remember, you're not thinking if you're not thinking big. Thanks, Tim, for letting me interview you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below something new or exciting you learned today. And remember, you're not thinking if you're not thinking big.